Hey, welcome everybody to GT Champions. I'm your host, Chris Ball. Hello! It is World Cup weekend round 8. We're a little over halfway through the season, and I couldn't be happier about this race. It is getting into the late night hours at Mount Panorama right now. Drivers are out warming up. Everybody is here. All 15 drivers for Lobby 1. Sharky leading everybody off from the pole with Hovercraft right next door. So it's going to be an interesting start to the race. These are our quickest drivers that are around, so hopefully they can all hold it together through turn 1. That is for sure. Let's just hope that all comes together. Of course, I want a big shout out to Metropolis. You just watched their little video there. Go check them out at metropolis.com. Without them, this would not be happening for you today. So thank you to them. Evening there, Mr. Big Red. Let me know how the audio and everything sounds like you do. Appreciate you. Also appreciate Hypre, who takes care of all of our graphics here at GT Champions. Go check them out, hypre.com.mx. And even you can have pretty things too, right? Earlier today, we had our big race, our big to-do. In fact, this was round 2 at Daytona with the Makoni setup shops here in iRacing, and man, it was a good race. So make sure you go back and check that out. It was just about 4.5 hours ago that we did this race. It wasn't iRacing, it was round 2, and it was fun. So make sure you go check it out. Also tell your friends if they want to come aboard, there are still plenty of spots available, so anyone can come and race with us. It's a lot of fun. You'll have a good time, that's for sure. Coming up on Monday night will be round 10 of the BMRL A trucks at Sonoma. Yeah. Craftsman Trucks at Sonoma. This is going to be some kind of race. It's their second road course of the season, and it'll be an interesting race to see. That is for sure. So make sure you check that out. And then coming up on Tuesday is the beginning of week 7 of Who's the Baddest, and it is the Gentleman's GP Challenge. They're going to be at St. Croix. There's your cars: the Ferrari, the Jag, the Lambo, the McLaren, and the Porsche. So it's going to be a fun week. Tuesday nights, 2 20-minute races. Friday night will be the feature race with a 1-hour race. All the details are at gtchampions.com/gents. So make sure you go and check that out. Yeah, it's going to be a load of fun. So it's a busy week. We also have Midweek Madness coming up on Thursday. If you own the Dodge Challenger 2018 Hellcat, or not the Hellcat, it's the Demon, you're in luck, because that is what's happening this week. Now, it cannot be the wide body, so if you already got the wide body, you'll have to buy the car again for another $200,000. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Details will be coming out in the next few days, so stick around for that. And the grid, the drivers are asking if the grid is set, and it is. And I'm just letting the drivers know. 1 second. I might have a starting grid position off. Kaizan, where are you? Oh, he moved out. He is supposed to be in 6th. Yes, he's after Mr. Rusty Maggots. There we go. All right, there we go. Now we got it right. So we're gonna go down the grid really quick, and we'll also take a look at the calendar. But we are at the Mazda Tenza next week. We're going to be at St. Croix A, which should be a lot of fun. But the grid order is as such. Sharky is going to take the lead on his home track, which makes perfect sense. Hovercraft in P2, Vance in P3, the newcomer who is making quite a bit of waves in here, getting some really good turnouts here. And you got all of the LRC guys running the tribute livery for this track. Tech Racing comes in, starts on in 4th place on the 2nd row. The 3rd row is going to be Rusty Maggots and Kaizan. 4th row is going to be Mobile Edge and Cyclone Dan. Wait a minute. Did Cyclone Dan get in here? Oh, I have to make an adjustment really quick. It is a little bit off. Cyclone Dan is actually starting in 9th right after Mobile Edge. So I'm just going to make a quick adjustment to the field. There we go. HPR is in 10th, or should be. Somebody is in the wrong place. Okay, I see. Blue Paladin is also in the wrong place. I had this all adjusted. I had it all sorted out, and then everybody started moving around things. So HPR and Blue Paladin. Then you've got Quan from RWB. You got BVL's Mad Hatter. Then we've got Black Friday and Nav. And Nuke is starting in 7th, so I'm going to adjust him up there really quick. Nuke is supposed to start after Kaizen. There we go. 8th and 9th is going to be Mobile Legends Cyclone Dan. There we go. And I think I have it all correct. So I'm going to bring up the lobby here really quick. So right there on the right, we see we should have, I'm just going to go one more time, Sharky, Hovercraft, Vance, Tech Racing, Rusty Maggots, Kaizen, Nuke, Mobile Edge, Cyclone Dan, HPR, Blue Paladin, Quan, who has a drive-through penalty. So when we see him get through the field and pull into the pits, don't be surprised because he has a drive-through penalty from last race. Mad Hatter, Black Friday, and JNav. And that's me. That's me. You can't see me there, but all right. I'm going to give them all the patented Chris Ball starting soon stuff so they all know that we're about to begin this thing. Thank goodness for shortcuts. Just wish it wasn't all the way at the bottom. And this is giving everybody the run, and it is time to start the race. Let's go, people. Let's go. All right, let's wait for them to get out there now. Let's hope these guys keep it all together and not crash in turn 1, because that's just a huge problem. We're going to go on board with some cars right there, and I just got to get all of my stuff. There we go. So we're going to be on board with P8, which is about halfway through the field. And look at a lot of yellow cars. Those are all LRC cars. Man, LRC is dominating the front field. Yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on this and see how everything goes. Little loose there. We got a long race. It's 2 hours, so these guys just need to get through. Oh, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Did anybody else get? I think we've got damage on this car. HPR got knocked off the track, and I think we need to red flag that one because and there's damage on somebody else. So we're gonna red flag this one really quick. I just wanted to double check. We do have 3 cars that got damage, and we got 3 cars that got damaged on that. So red flag is what's going to happen here, and we'll let this get started over again. So, yeah, somebody plowed through the corner. I don't know if they got bumped or what, but they got plowed into the corner, and it caused damage to 3 cars, 2 cars off the track. And that's our rule. If I'm not really thinking about when they're going up the mountain, mostly just turn 1 where everyone can kind of get straightened out. So we're going to try this thing again. Yeah, somebody was saying it's really glitchy, so we're going to wait till everybody gets their stuff in, and then we'll start this race again. We're waiting for Quan and Black Friday to get their stuff together, and now just Quan. And once we have Quan in, I will start the race again. Yes, that wasn't that bad of a murder. I mean, it was 1 car that popped in there, but it wasn't too terrible. So we're gonna try this again. We only get this 1 more red flag. If we get another red flag, the next one goes no matter what. I don't care if somebody just rips through the field and destroys the entire field. I mean, I do, and that person's going to get a drive-through penalty for, like, days. So, anyway, all right, let's get this together. There we go. Now we're going to try this again. Why is this out of order now? Did I go to the wrong... Oh, it's out of order. Something happened. Wait a minute. Ah, crap. Okay, something's wrong. Something's out of order. And so everybody needs to jump off the track again. Let me try that. I got the order wrong. Sorry, folks. I'm going to do that. All right, so we just need Tech Racing to jump out of there. And then I got to double check the order. I'm going to make sure they know that doesn't count. Okay. All right, everybody is going to ready up. Let me double check that I have everybody in the right places, because when I was on P8 last time, it was Cyclone Dan, so something got screwed up. So let's wait for Nuke to get himself in, and I'm going to double check my grid order. Sharky, Hovercraft, Vance, Tech, Rusty, Kaizen, Mobile Ledge. Oh no, wait. Where is? Hold on a second. Where is Tech Racing, Rusty, Maggots, Kaizen? There's Nuke. Okay, Nuke. Mobile Ledge, Cyclone Dan, HPR, Blue Paladin, Quan, Mad Hatter, Black Friday. Okay, there we go. Now we got it right. All right. Okay, so they still get another red flag. That's my fault. So we're going to let them, we're going to let them have another shot at this. I pray that they get it right. This is tough. This is tough. All right, here we go. Let's get this all together. And we're going to start right here. See, last one was really weird because somebody was in the wrong position, because when I was in P8, I was actually looking at this car right here. So definitely something was wrong with the first one too. But here we go. All the LRC guys loading up the front of the row up there. And there I can see somebody looking kind of maybe for a spot there. Everybody hang together, hang together, hang together. Don't do anything dumb. A little bumping, and bumping is okay. One car off the track. But we are good to go. All right, Sharky leads them up the hill. And he's got Hovercraft, Vance, and Kaizen right behind him. And look at that. Someone's already making moves. Vance looking for that outside up the hill. And he's just a little bit too aggressive on the turn, and it's not going to work out. But Sharky's going to lead everybody up the hill. And everyone's single filed out except for a couple of them right here in the back. And we'll see if they can hold it together. And all right, single file up the hill. That's the way to do it. These are the pros. These are the guys who are supposed to know how to get things done. And if they can get all the way up this hill without any real trouble, then we might have ourselves a lap. There we go. So we are getting a little bit loose as Sharky's trying to get up the hill. Remember, this is a GT4 car. It's got a lot less downforce than the its GT3 predecessor. It's also all-wheel drive, unlike its GT3 predecessor. So, a little bumping around. Oh, no. Yeah, that was a lot of bumping around there. And Tech Racing. No, don't pull out into the track. What are you doing? Don't pull out into the track. Oh, my gosh. That was scary. So we got the top four taken off, and here is the battle for P5 and 6 right here with Nuke and Cyclone Dan. Nuke, I love these liveries they got on the cars for this round. Wow, look at this pile of cars right there. Somebody gets turned around. There's a big old mess there, and some people have probably got damage from that. We'll check it. Oh no, look at that. Black Friday just gets a little bumped off the track there at the end of Conrad, and he falls all the way back. He's got no damage, thank goodness. I'm actually going to do a quick run through the field just to see if anybody's got damage, who's on what tires, just so I can see. A little bit of damage on Blue Paladin's front arrow. A little bit of damage on the back of Rusty Maggots, although they are not nose to tail, so that doesn't make sense that happened. Mobile Edge is good. Right rear wheel damage for Mad Hatter. JNAB's okay. Quan took his drive-through just now. Tech Racing is getting his car fixed. So he's pulled in the pit, and out he goes. He's not going to be happy about that. But what is good is I'm looking, and I can safely tell everybody that all of the drivers are on the same compound tire. So everybody is on the medium tire right now, so I don't have a problem telling you that. So we will see some mighty fast lap times from these top guys on the mediums, and then wait till they get to those soft tires. Now, because this is an all-wheel drive car, the front wheels are going to have a little bit more happening with them besides just braking. They're also going to have acceleration wear, so we'll see if they can pull it together. Hovercraft from S7 staying up there with the LRC crew. I love that livery, man. Look at this thing. Look at that. That looks awesome. I like it. Nice job, guys. Anyway, Sharky up a 1.5 seconds already. Hovercraft about a 1.5 seconds over Kaizen, who leads Vance by just about half second. I kind of want to turn the names on over the cars because there's so many LRC cars in here that it's hard to see which one is which when we're looking at them. But we'll get by. We'll get by. What's up, Andy? Welcome to the broadcast, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Cyclone Dan up into 5th. Got Nuke not far behind. There is Paladin. Got a default livery on his car, so for some reason it's not loading his livery up, and I'm not sure why that is. Actually, it's not a default livery. It just looks like it. It actually has his stuff on it. There's his number and everything. Nice. It looks awesome, dude. And then there is Rusty Maggots, who currently is the points leader by about 3 points over Toto Wolff, who is not in this lobby this round. So it's good points for Rusty Maggots to be able to get a little bit more of a comfortable gap to his number 1 challenger. Truth is not racing, or at least not in this lobby. So he is the one that's running in 3rd. But Mad Hatter is here, but he's about 50 points behind. Pardon me. So Rusty Maggots going to get some good points out of this race. There's Mad Hatter. What's up, buddy? And JNav has been struggling all week long. I don't have the nicknames on. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. There we go. Nav has had the unfortunate circumstance of being a completely reset PlayStation and had to redo everything. And he wasn't able to join any lobbies unless he's the first one in. So luckily we got working with him, and I opened the lobby without telling anybody, like about 5 minutes early, just so he can get in and get his car in the lobby. So we'll see. Looks like he's running a tribute livy for the 49ers. I guess he's a 49er fan. Yeah? You think? Maybe? That looks pretty awesome. Faithful... the Bay, I can't see what it says, but anyway, Super Bowl coming tomorrow, so a lot of people are going to be excited for that. Sharky's lost about almost a second of his lead to Hovercraft. Hovercraft is nice and close by. There he is right there. You can see these GT4 cars, they have everything. They've got the backup, the rear camera there inside the car, because there's no side view mirror, or no rear view mirror. It's got a racing wheel, and it's got roll cage, but it's still got all the normal dash stuff in it. So, as a GT4 car does, there's a limit to what they can and can't do with these cars. But anyway, you can see they've added a few things. The dashboard's still in there, but that is not a car you're going to take out on the street. That is for dang certain. All right, so Hovercraft chasing down the leader. We'll try to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Kaizen and Green, Jay Green, I think I wish these guys had their, I'm going to just go back to our normal names, because that's how I know them. Vance. So Vance running in 4th. LRC trying to make a comeback on the points. Sector 7 are the points leaders right now, but it's not by a lot. And the LRC crew has gained a couple of drivers that have shown up into the top lobbies. So they're trying to get some points together. It's a little discombobulated the way that the points for the team championship work this season, and we understand that. But it is what it is. Everything changes. Every season we do something a little bit different, trying to get this working better for everybody. Rusty Maggots has a little bit of pressure. He's got his whole back end lit up by the headlights of Blue Paladin. And right there, Blue Paladin and Mad Hatter making a move. This could work for his advantage, and he does. Blue Paladin drops to 9th, but he better get on the brakes. Get on the brakes. There they go. Trying to hold it together. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, guys. Blue Paladin trying to find his way through. Look how wide that Mad Hatter is making that car, putting it in the middle of the track, and it's like a giant wall. He can't get around. Hey Julie, not a problem. You know what? We gotta try and get these guys racing, and we do what we can to get that done. So it is what it is. All right, so Blue Paladin looking for a move. He's going to make a move here. Look how big that car looks. Now, instead of trying to get around him, he's like, you know what? Let's just get up there and catch these guys. I like that. Mad Hatter just puts his car in the middle of the track, and it looks like it's the whole track width. That's crazy. I love it. Up the hill they go. Let's check up front. Sharky is not having as comfortable of a lead as he had last race, because he has got all kinds of stuff going on. And now Kaizen and Hovercraft are in the mix. So you can see right there, looking in the little rear camera, Hovercraft has got Kaizen all over him while he's all over Sharky. So these guys taking these Group 4 cars to the max on the hill, and this is going to be... Oh, look at that. Ooh, Sharky got away pretty good through there. Remember, these guys have to hold all this together, the tires, the fuel. I wish I could just get the cameras to stay where I want them. Ugh. Ugga. Okay, so far the top 3 have kept themselves in the same order. Nothing weird going on down Conrad. But man, it really looks like Kaizen is putting the pressure on Hovercraft right there for sure. Hovercraft is currently running... running 13th in the championship right now. Sharky is running 15th because he missed a few races. Kaizen is running... I need to move this over to my other screen, so I have to keep looking away from you guys. Kaizen is running 9th in the championship. This is for the Pro Series. Of course, it'll be different for the other guys. Vance, he hasn't had enough races really to make too much of a splash. He is running in 18th in the championship, but that's because he's only just started out. Cyclone Dan, he's running 5th in the championship, so he's got a few guys in front of him he needs to get past. Nuke, where does Nuke fall? 14th. Rusty Maggots, of course, is your championship leader by points right now. 3 points over Toto Wolff, who is not in this lobby racing. I think he's in... Let me just double check something and I will tell you. I think he's in lobby 2. Toto Wolff, where are you? Yes. He missed this lobby by 1 position. So his lobby time put him down. He has the pole in lobby 2. So he is racing. As long as Rusty can stay, somewhere up in the top 10, he's going to earn definitely more points than Toto Wolff can. But if look at Kaizen's battling right now. Ooh, I went by just in time. I don't know how's this going to turn out. Hovercraft is not going to give him the space. Yep, he's going to keep him to the outside there. And phew, that was close. That is good driving, you guys. That is being confident. Look at this. Vance. Vance is... we're on camera. Vance was right behind them, too. And he's waiting for the two of these guys to get slowed up. And right behind them is Cyclone Dan, right? So Cyclone Dan, who's running 5th in the championship, is just watching all this unfold and hoping to get a little bit... Ooh, that was close. Hoping to get a little bit of a free spot there. All that stuff changed around. Vance gets around Hovercraft there. So up the hill they go for the 7th time. And Vance right on Kaizan's bumper. And they're not that far from Sharky, only 2 seconds. All that battling around has given Sharky a little bit of an edge as far as the time goes. Yeah, this is a great track. All these Aussies, the top 3, and you know, I'm not saying anything about Hovercraft, but this is their home turf, man. This is their jam right here. Oh, these guys up the hill they go. Sharky 1.1 seconds. Here comes Kaizan. Here comes Vance, Hovercraft, and Cyclone Dan. And then coming over the top of the hill now is Nuke. And here comes Rusty Maggots and Mad Hatter. Then you got Blue Paladin not far behind them. And then you've got Nav, who is now sitting in the top 10. Not a bad place to be. Black Friday and the rest of the crew back here have a little bit of work to do. They got into some earlier incidents, and they've got to solve that for themselves. Quan is in 14th, and Tech Racing all the way to the back after that unfortunate spin. Right about, not this corner. Where was he? Oh, he was going, yeah, he was right down in here. And this is where he got turned around in this corner right here, I think. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. All right, Sharky, Kaizan has gained... Ooh, something happened. These guys battling like this. Oh, no. Hovercraft off the track. He's going to lose both those spots and drop to 5th. Vance and Cyclone Dan and Hovercraft were all battling so close that Kaizan's gotten away by 3 seconds. And now these guys have a lot of making up to do. Nuke is now under threat from his teammate, Hovercraft. So, Hovercraft drops all the way to 6th. Wow. That was a lot happening there. That was a whole lot happening. All right, leaders heading up the mountain now. 1.3 seconds over Kaizan, his teammate, who is 3 seconds over his teammate, Vance. So, LRC on the top row. Cyclone Dan up into 4th. Way to go, man. Cyclone Dan is showing why he's running 5th in the points, because he's finding himself up near the top of the pile. Here comes Nuke and Hovercraft from S7 and Rusty Maggots, your points leader. So got a lot of heavy hitters up here running in the top 10. Mad Hatter's up there now. Blue Paladin's up there. And JNav. So all of them coming up the hill. Yeah, this is going to be a good race. Keeping it nice and tight, people. Nice and tight. Wonder if Kaizan's going to make a move. Kaizan has held the lead, I think, in the last couple of races up in this lobby, but has ruined it for himself by overrunning his tires. And maybe he'll learn his lesson this time about and try and get these tires to last a little bit longer. He'll get way up there, then he'll lose position after position as his tires fade away. So we'll see if he got any practice in and has that sorted out. Vance is trying to get away from Cyclone Dan as they come out of Forest Elbow and down Conrad, and Cyclone Dan is close. Cyclone Dan might be just close enough for slipstream. He is gaining a little bit. There it goes. There is a little bit of slipstream he's getting off of this. Not a lot. He's going to gain about 1/10 and a half maybe coming down Conrad here, but right up to the back bumper. Look, get nice and close. Get on the gas. Stay with him. Half a second now. 6/10. So there is some time. There is some time. So Vance just has to get through. Let's go on board with Sharky. I'll keep an eye on the map. And let's do a lap inside the car with Sharky. I'm going to try to keep an eye on what's going on back there. Get all that curb. Use all the track you can. Up the hill. These guys are full throttle all the way up this hill and all the way up the mountain, which uses a ton of gas. So they need to do their fuel saving. Turn 2, keep it nice and tight. Roll it out without hitting the wall. Perfect. And then this is like a quick little, like, kind of a lift for me through here. He's flat out on the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes. Keep it tight. This is all-wheel drive, so a lot of the times going out of that corner, a lot of cars get sideways because they end up getting a little too happy on the gas. Up and over the grate, and then get to the top of the hill. And after this corner right here, it's all downhill from here. So now, this is a tough spot for me right through here. It's a left and right. You got to be really careful on the brakes so you don't lose it there, because the car is all off balance. Into the dip, and then on the throttle, haul the mail down through here and get into Forest Elbow. And this is so critical right here, is getting this exit right, because you can lose a ton of speed coming out of here as the other drivers are fast approaching. You can see there's somebody back there waiting, just waiting for him to mess up. Down Conrad, full speed all the way into 6th gear. We're going to see the fastest this car can go as it's going down the hill. Probably about 165 miles an hour, I would guess they can get to. Maybe not. It's going to be about 160 almost. On the brakes, hard left. Don't go off the track. That is grass that's going to suck you all the way out into oblivion. There you go. Right here on the left-hand side, you're going to see there's the pit entrance right there, which they're all going to have to sort through at some point during this race. And that is a lap around Bathurst or Mount Panorama. It's got a few names, and that's the start-finish line. So Sharky leads Kaizen. Cyclone Dan is sitting in 3rd. He got around Vance during that lap, so we missed that one, and that's okay because we have 2 hours of stuff to do. We're going to see plenty of overtaking happen. So Cyclone Dan in the podium places with so much time to go. There is plenty of time to go. We're only 20 minutes in, so we still have an hour and 40 minutes left of this race. Pit window opens in 30 minutes, well, 29 minutes from now, and we'll see if, how many people jump in. My guess is they're going to run these medium tires all the way to the end of the pit window. We're going to see everybody scrambling to get in there. Vance Nuke up into 5th place. Oh, wow. We're going to go back and watch that in a minute. Let's just see how everything straightens itself out up the hill. Ooh, Vance with some damage. Cyclone Dan is okay. He's got no damage. Yeah, Vance, front aero damage and left front wheel damage from whatever happened there. We'll go check on that. Here, let's go check on that really quick from Vance's angle. So up the hill, and I think Cyclone Dan just got a little loose. Oh yeah, he tapped the wall. Oh yeah, there was not a lot to happen there. I don't know how these two didn't get damage from that, but they didn't. So that's an unfortunate racing incident there for Vance. Yeah, dang it. Cyclone Dan just got loose off the wall. Not a lot you can do. This is as close this season. This is as close to a street circuit as you're gonna get, because you've got to look at, wow, these guys are really pushing. Vance digs deep, gets the pass done under braking, but look at these guys, they're all over the place. There's a lot happening here. Is Vance gonna pit? I think he's probably gonna stay out and see if he can nurse that car through to the end and have that track position. I mean, he did do it, right? He got up there, so Vance is back in the 4th. I mean, it's not a tremendously aero-dependent car. I mean, there's not a lot of aero on the Group 4 cars anyway, but that wheel damage concerns me. So we'll see, can Vance hold it together up the hill and keep his car running okay? That front left, yeah, we'll see how that one turns out. But look at that.
So Dan is, oh, wow, hold on the phone. What happened there? Hold on a second. Let's go back and see. So, yeah, a great run. Look at that. He's going to run up the road. He's going to go up to the side. Oh, no, that didn't look right. Did Vance try to edge him off to the side of the road? Let's go back and watch that one more time really quick, just so it's documented here. So I can see his wheels pointed perfectly straight. And there he goes. He wiggles to the right. He wiggles to the right, and he just runs him off the road like that. And then he's going to pay the price that way. Oh, my goodness. That was a mess. That was an absolute mess. Okay. Well, that's not great. The leader and Kaizen still up the road. And, yeah. Nuke moves all the way up into third. Rusty sits in fourth. There's Hovercraft in fifth. And Blue Paladin is up into sixth. Still has that front end damage. JNav up into seventh because those guys all moved all the way to the back. Look at that, Black Friday with a 3-second penalty. I'm not sure what that's for, but he's going to serve that right here. 3 seconds on the breaks down. This is like an eternity. These guys are going to go flying past him. Vance back into 12th. I'm not saying, and I'm not trying to say anything, but that just appeared like Vance was trying to edge Cyclone Dan to the edge of the track and just didn't leave him enough space. Just from what I briefly looked at. And Tech Racing, his race is ruined for it. So is Vance's. So we'll see how this comes about. I'm certain, 100% certain, I'm going to see a report on that one. All right. Let's see. Where was I? There we go. All right. I want to go check on these cars for damage. Rusty Maggots has a little damage to the rear of his car now, and I think that was from being involved in that little mess. Blue Paladin still carrying damage. Hovercraft is carrying front arrow and right front wheel damage, or left front wheel damage now, because he got caught up in that whole mess that happened right in front of him. JNav doesn't. He's looking okay. Mad Hatter, front splitter and right rear wheel damage. I mean, these guys have just beat the piss out of each other on that last lap. That whole thing was a mess. Oh my goodness. Vance still carrying the same damage before, front left and splitter. Tech Racing has no damage to his car, so he should be able to get up there. How far away is he from Vance? About 8 seconds. Okay. And Mobile Edge. There we go. All right. So, Sharky doing what Sharky does, is leading the race. Kaizen 8/10 back. So we'll check in on those guys later. Nuke is in the podium places. Not bad. And Rusty Maggots sitting in fourth with a pretty sizable gap of 1.8 seconds. Blue Paladin is leading Hovercraft and JNav down Conrad now. And there's somebody right behind you. That's Mad Hatter that's back there. So there's a lot still to go. Yeah, I really don't understand that whole thing that happened there. We can go on. I mean, I was on board with Vance. And when we were looking at his telemetry, you could see the little red dot move over when Cyclone Dan was trying to get alongside of him. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that one later. You know what I'm excited for? Tonight I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies and take them to the kiddos in the Sunday school class I'm teaching now, which is a lot of fun. The 9 and 10-year-olds. Ooh, JNav was looking inside there for a second. It looked like he was looking for a spot. Not a great camera angle for the mountain. There's too many walls in the way. Ooh, just a little bit of a tap. And right behind them is Mad Hatter trying to figure out if there's a spot through there. Really not many passing opportunities when you're up on the mountain. Everyone is full throttle, and there is only one line through the top of the mountain. So these guys have got to hold it together. The trick with this track is stay right where you are here, right? And when you get out of Forest Elbow, then you're right there for passing, and you just follow them down the hill. And if you get back about 3 or 4 car lengths, a little further back than this, then when you come out of the elbow, you get that slipstream, and you get a wicked fast slipstream, and you can get wicked fast. I was thinking of what's that golf movie with oh gosh, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Mr. Deeds, but it's not Mr. Deeds, not Waterboy. I can't think of his name all of a sudden. But anyway, where he's doing the golfing, and he always says that's a wicked bad something. Anyway, JNav really looking around for that spot there. He's not getting a lot of opportunities. Mad Hatter is just like, I want to get in there. Come on, people, I want to get in there. This right front tire on these cars is already showing it's having a difficult time. We're only 30 minutes into the race. We still got another 20 minutes before the pit window opens. Yeah, this little battle for 4th is pretty nice. For 6th. There he goes. There goes JNav. He made it happen. Hovercraft said, yeah, go ahead. Hovercraft's got some damage to the front of that car. And I think he's just realizing he's just got to try to nurse this thing into the second stint. All right. Sharky still leading his teammate Kaizan up the hill. Those two are having a great race. They're in all the clean stuff. And Nuke, okay, Nuke says it, but I mean, Nuke's a good driver, and he keeps it clean. He's actually the team captain for Sector 7, and he said to me about the last race that he felt like he wasn't, he was playing with the big boys, so to speak. I forget what his terminology was, but essentially like he felt outclassed. But there he is, sitting in the podium places, 7 seconds away from 4th. So, yeah, man, you're doing just fine. Out of Forest Elbow goes the points leader. And it's now getting dark enough on the track that we're just going to see cars and headlights, folks. And for these guys, this is what they see. It's not terrible. Nighttime's good time because the track is cool. Your tires can last longer. So it should be really good. After some of the tire modeling that went on with the update, some of the drivers have said, man, the tires just don't last an hour to the pit window. And while that is probably true, they wouldn't last an hour in real life either. So most real life racing, the tires last like half an hour to 40 minutes, depending on the track. So these guys just have to nurse them a little bit longer to get to the pit window. It's just fun, and I'm jealous that they all get to race in it. Ooh, a little bit off track goes JNav, but he is running in 6th. Mad Hatter looking for spot. Yep, he's going to edge his way up through there and make it happen. So JNav now falls back to 7th. But hey, it's a long race. Plenty of time. Nice moving, guys. Blue Paladin is a ways back. Everyone's spread out pretty good up front. This is your closest battle on track. Mad Hatter and JNav. We'll keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on the little arrows up in the corner and see what I can see there. Let's see. Well, yes. Sorry, Andy. Yes, it is a street circuit because they're public roads. But when I say it's close to a street circuit, in racing, most street circuits have a lot of walls. Like this one has walls, right? It has the K-rail all around the outside of the track, the inside of the track. There's not a lot of room to make mistakes when you go off track, because if you do, you hit concrete, right? Other than Tokyo Expressway. But, like, you know, it's not like it's Long Beach or some other race course where it's all just, or Monaco where everything is just walls and buildings, right? So they do have these areas with some runoff. But, yeah, I'm trying to imagine this as a public road. Like, driving down it, I would never want to drive whatever the speed limit happens to be. Not ever. All right, these two, Mad Hatter is on Blue Paladin now, looking for a spot, not making it happen. So this is a battle for P5 right here. Blue Paladin under attack from the BVL driver Mad Hatter. Man, I love car racing. And folks, if you haven't watched it, the Ferrari Challenge that we're doing in iRacing, our second round was today. And it was at the Daytona Road Course. Blue Paladin, that's not a great way to come out of turn one. Mad Hatter is going to take advantage of that, and up he goes into 5th place. But it's not over yet. Okay, now it is. Just had to wait for the camera to see what's going on. Let's see if Blue Paladin doesn't try to come back at him. Like I said, if it's early on in the race, just hang out. You've got all of Conrad to work on that. Right? Just stay close enough to take advantage of it. So up into 5th goes Mad Hatter, checking up front really quick. Sharky has built out about a 1.5-second gap. That could go away in an instant on this race course. Kaizan running in 2nd place. There he is, coming over the hill. Nuke is still sitting in 3rd with a 7-second gap to his teammate Rusty, who is running in 4th, who has a nearly 4-second gap to Mad Hatter, who has already cleared Blue Paladin by about a second. So Mad Hatter from BVL on his way up. He's got some work to do. He's got 3.5 seconds to catch the points leader that's running in front of him. Blue Paladin now is going to be dealing with another car right behind him, the RWB's JNav. Nav has really become a pretty solid workhorse here in the RWB stable. You like that little... okay, never mind. I thought it was good. I thought it was a great way to... I'm so old. Anyway, he's working his way up there, and he is close. Look at that. 0.5 second now. So JNav trying to figure out how is he going to get around this here driver. We'll watch from this other in-car camera. It's got the gyro on it. So, I guess, yeah, we can go back to the, no, I want to do the nicknames because I like nicknames. So Nav is looking for some spots. Yeah, Rusty's doing good, man. Rusty's having a pretty good season. Let's see, where did he finish? Where did he finish last round? He finished... Vance finished 2nd. Rusty finished 3rd last round. When they were at... they were in the Porsche at Lago Maggiore. Magari, whatever. Yeah, that damage on the front of Blue Paladin's car is probably causing him a little grief in the quicker corners. The slower corners, probably not so much. But the higher speed corners, he's probably feeling a little bit of the pressure. Yeah, look at that. Nav trying to figure it out. Now, he was close enough, and he still is, to, if he can get a good run out of Forest Elbow, he will be able to climb right to his bumper. Oh, yeah, there you go. There we go. We're going to see that. We're going to see him catch up to him. I don't know if we're going to see him get around him. He's still 4/10 back. It's going to be... maybe not. I think he didn't get as good a run out of the corner as he thought, but coming into the chase. The chase? I always forget what that's called. He's going for it. He's going for it on the brakes. He's gonna edge him out and take that spot. But oh, look at that! Blue Paladin comes back and takes the spot away. Nice job. He saw that one coming. He knew he was gonna overshoot that corner a bit, and he cut back and took that. Did you see that? That was pretty awesome. It's too late. I forgot to mark it. I should have marked it. So this battle for sixth place is still looking pretty good. All right, real quick up front. Sharky still 1 second up. These two aren't going to cause any trouble for each other, teammates and all. Sharky being the team captain, and Kaizan, who's running in second, is the co-captain. So I don't see that being a problem for those two. Nuke doing okay. Coming up the hill, there he is right there. He doesn't even see headlights till right barely there. So he's got a giant lead still. There's Rusty, his teammate. Although, look at that. Mad Hatter's closed the gap by nearly a second. What's Rusty's last lap times? 2:15.2, 2:15.4. 2:14s. Mad Hatter is going to catch this dude. He's running the low to mid 2:14s. Rusty has been running low mid 2:15s the last couple of laps. So I think Mad Hatter is going to catch him. 2.7 seconds. We'll see a battle here for fourth position pretty soon over the points leader. Now, Mad Hatter is carrying front aero damage and right rear wheel damage. Rusty is carrying right aero or rear end damage. So both cars have some kind of problem with them when it comes to the aero. But look, that's how close he is, 2.7 seconds. Wow. That's pretty good stuff. All right. Whoa. Mark, what happened to Sharky? Did I miss it? Let's go back. I didn't even notice that. I looked away for just a second. Sharky. Something happened to Sharky. I don't know what it was, but Sharky has fallen out of the lead. He's got no damage on the car. But Nuke is up into P2, and Kaizan now is your new race leader. Woohoo! So Kaizan moves up 2.8 seconds over Nuke, and now Nuke has Sharky, who is a formidable enemy right behind. Enemy? Maybe that's not a driver, right? I don't know if they're enemies. In fact, I know they're not, because I know that Sharky races with the S7R guys and some stuff. So Sharky is now having to attack the Sector 17 boss to try to get back his spot. So Kaizan moves up into the top spot. Not bad. Okay, yep. I'm going to turn off the nicknames because it just doesn't look right. There we go. So Kaizan, 2.7 seconds up the road. Ooh, a little tap on the wall, but no damage. Nuke in P2, putting on a show, man. Woohoo! Nice job, dude. And Sharky looking for that spot back. I don't know what he's going to get done there. We got about 8 minutes until the pit window opens. So we're going to keep track of that. But this has become really interesting. Okay, let's check really quick here. Rusty coming out of Forest Elbow now. Mad Hatter is 1.7 seconds. So he's gained about a second in the last lap and a half, 2 laps, since we've been following what happened up at the front of the pack. So Mad Hatter will catch Rusty pretty soon. He's run 2:14s the last 4 laps. Rusty has ran 2:15s and 2:14 the last 4 laps. So, yeah, Rusty is getting caught, and I don't know if that rear end damage is what's giving him the slower time, or if he's just got a little slower pace right now. Mad Hatter is on a mission. Holy mackerel. What the heck happened there? JNav goes off the... Let's go back and take a look at that really quick. I did not go back far enough. Hold on a second. Nav was trying out something here. And like Blue Paladin just puts his car in the middle of the track and says, I'm going to make you earn it. Oh. And he's just going to get a little bit edged out maybe. Nope, he just gets a little bit. Oh yeah, he just cuts across the grass. That's all it was. Nope, nothing big. Nothing to see here. So JNav has to catch back up to Blue Paladin, but Black Friday is now there. And here comes Cyclone Dan. Remember Cyclone Dan? The guy that got in that big old mess at the beginning of the race, right about here in the going up the hill. Back into the top 10. HPR is in the top 10 now. Hovercraft is back in 11th. Oh no, it wasn't him. It was these guys and Tech Racing and Vance. So the three that were involved in all of that craziness are all together on the track. Just checking up here. Sharky did get around Nuke, so he's back into second. Now he's going to try to go catch his teammate and co-captain for LRC. So look at this. We got the captains from the most formidable teams are all running in the podium places right now. So that's pretty cool. It shows why they are where they are, right? And that explains why I'm not a team captain. I don't have the skills. I just don't. Not yet. Oh, Mad Hatter with a half-second penalty. That's not going to help him in his effort to get to Rusty. He's going to have to work all of that over again. All right, 5 minutes and 5 seconds until the pit window opens. Now, some of these drivers that are carrying damage, I still don't know if they're going to try to go. Look at these guys all together. Blue Paladin, Cyclone Dan. Is that lap traffic in front of him? No, there's Black Friday. Ooh, Blue Paladin, Cyclone Dan, and JNav. So we've got ourselves quite a battle for this 6th spot. Yeah, these guys are all here, and there's HPR now. So we've got 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th all on the track next to each other. This is going to get good. Here we go. Here we go. Blue Paladin. Nav is going to the, or Blue Paladin goes to the, or I'm sorry, Cyclone Dan. Cyclone Dan tried that earlier in the race, and the person he tried to do that with wasn't as courteous to them passing on the track. I think it was Cyclone Dan, or maybe it was Tech Racing. I forget what it was. But there is a nice line of cars through here. I like it. So Friday is leading them up the trail, and he is going to keep these guys really honest up through the mountain because, like I said, this is not a place you pass. The only time you're going to pass is if somebody really screws it up. And down the hill we go. Where we stop, let's hope nobody stops. And they just keep on going. Friday, Mad Hatter, Blue Paladin, JNav, and HPR all there trying to gain spots. This is great stuff, you guys. We're coming up to the pit window in another 3 minutes. And all of these drivers are going to make pit stops at some point or another. I wonder if someone's going to try to undercut somebody. I'm just going to quickly check the fuel situation out on all the cars. These cars, fuel's not an issue with these cars. It's the tires. Some of them are going to need more fuel than others as we go down the line here. Most all of these guys are doing about the same. So there are definitely some drivers in here that are saving some fuel and still being super competitive. So, Vance now has damage to both front wheels and the front of the car, and he's just falling further and further back. Quan has damage to his car, front aero and right front wheel. Mobile Edge, exactly the same damage. So there's a lot happening up there, but what the cool thing is seeing Kaizen leading a race again. Look at that. as I smack my head into my microphone. Oh, Kaizen gets a half-second penalty for what? Where on earth did he cut the track? Can you even cut the track going up the hill? I don't even... I'm not sure how that would happen. He's got 2.3 seconds. It should be okay, but the challenge is when you're coming down Conrad, that brake zone for the penalty is on the uphill section, or right. There's like a dip. You come out of Forest Elbow, it goes down, goes up a little bit, and then goes down again. And it's right where it drops out the first time coming out of Forest Elbow, and he's gonna have to hit the brakes for half a second there, and that's just gonna kill his momentum. You're gonna see that 1.6 seconds disappear. Watch. All right, coming down the hill, it's about to start going back up again, and he's gonna tap his brakes, and here comes his teammate. Tap on the brakes, and watch this. He's gonna sail past him. He was nearly 2 seconds back, and he's going to be all the way up to him. He's got so much more speed. Coming into the chase, and I don't know if he's going to get it. No, he's not. Thank goodness. That half second sure did wipe out anything Kaizen had there. And now he's going to defend for his life from his co-captain. This should be good. This is for the lead again. And Nuke is still just sitting there. Look, there's Nuke. He is not far from these dudes. This is still anybody's race up front. And Rusty Maggots, he's only just right there in the background. You can see him. There he is right there. He's coming through. So we've got 2 LRC guys and 2 Sector 7 guys. And there we go. Kaizen is defending the inside line. He's making his car really wide. Teammates are not. Sharky's going to have to work really hard. Look, he's planted it right in the middle of the track. Sharky gets it done, though, and Sharky gets back up to the lead and makes it happen. I mean, it was kind of inevitable. Sharky is an alien, and he just knows how to find his way around the track. A young kid with a lot of talent, so see if he can keep that together. I don't really know what happened to him. He must have just caught some grass and slid a little bit to give up those spots, but he earned them all back. So Sharky back up, Kaizen, and look, there's Nuke. This is pretty good stuff. Nuke has some advantage over Kaizen in the tire area. Rusty Maggots 3.8 seconds back. Chris, been a while since I've seen a GTC race. Sean, oh yeah, look at that. That was a good one. Well, it's a little late here. It's dark outside on the mountain. So look at this. Look at this. It's Nuke right there. Nuke in or just outside of the slipstream. Is he gaining any time? He is. Oh, he's gaining hundredths at a time. He's dropping down 7 tenths now into the 6s. So he's going to keep getting a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Nuke having a great race. I love to see people making progress. And Nuke is doing that. He's just driving clean, and he's there taking advantage of all of the weird things that have happened in front of him. And here comes his teammate not too far back. Let's check on Mad Hatter. He was catching Rusty, but now he's 6 seconds back. That damage he's got, I think he's decided to just let it hang out. Oh, you know what? The pits are open. I forgot to say. So yeah, pit window is open. They can pit into the race anytime they want now. Black Friday in 6th, so he's still holding that thing down. Cyclone Dan is chasing him down, not too far back. He's only, 7 tenths of a second back, so he's in striking distance of Black Friday. JNav has kind of fallen off from these guys. HPR kind of in the same boat where he was before, except he was in 10th. Blue Paladin has dropped back to 10th, so Blue Paladin has got troubles with that car, and Hovercraft is closing in on him. Now these guys have the pit window. You know, they can use it whenever they want to use it. So we'll see what they can do here. top of the hill. Kaizen leads Nuke by about 8/10. Polyphony, if you're listening, it would be awesome if we could just have like static cameras and I can assign them to keys so I can push the button and just pick a camera. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Feature request. All right, Rusty Maggots still hanging out back there. Mad Hatter 6 seconds back from Rusty, 9 seconds ahead of Black Friday. But Black Friday's having nice little challenge here from Cyclone Dan. So the BVL guys trying to get a little higher up the order here. They were doing pretty good earlier in the race, and a few things got in the way, which I'll be hearing about later, I'm sure. Down the hill we go into the chase, and on the brakes. Don't screw up the corner. Don't screw up the corner. There you go. Cyclone Dan in 7th. HPR is in 8th, and JNav is right behind him. Was ahead of him, so I think JNav is struggling with. He does have damage to the car, so Nav does have damage to the front arrow and the left front wheel. So not sure how bad the damage is and what it feels like for him in the car, but he's trying to get that done nonetheless. Blue Paladin 4 seconds back, but he's got company. Hovercraft right there looking for that top 10 spot, getting back up there, carrying that damage all race long. It's kind of a long pit stop here, and a little scary to get into without getting a pit penalty. So here is just kind of a carry the damage around and hope you get it right. And guys, that is tough. That is a tough place to get through. Let's go watch that again from Blue Paladin's side. Yeah, that is. Ooh, that's a little bit of a. That's a little bit cheeky, that little move there. And don't know if we're gonna. I don't know what that was about. But Hovercraft's up into P10. And on his way to trying to catch the rest of them. All right. Kaizen is back into the lead. Something in my office is beeping at me, and I don't know what it is, people. I hope it's not... I hope I'm not running on battery power. Hang on a second. I'm going to check some things. I'll keep an eye on the leader here. Okay, phew, it wasn't battery power. But I found out what it was, but it's nothing big. All right. Huh. It's like these guys want to race. And Nuke is right there. This is awesome, you guys. We're into the pit window, and we have a three-way battle for the lead happening right now. Between the Titans of... the Team Titans. I did not just say that out loud, did I? Yes, the rules are a little bit different. So, yeah, it takes a little getting used to. All the rules that we do are trying to find ways to keep lobbies full, reward those who show up. And there's some glitches with it, but we're sorting them out. So, in fact, guys like this guy here, Nuke, and his team, and some of the other drivers from other teams, offering some pretty good insight as to some opportunities we might have into next season to to organize some of that stuff and work out some of those things. So it's nice to have the input from the team captains, not just drivers that. What is happening in my office? It's not what I thought it was. Okay, I found it. Hang on. Nothing like having things beep at you in the middle of a broadcast when you're trying to figure out what's going on. What's going on with Kaizen? Did I miss something? I missed something. I don't know what it was, but Kaizen, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, was that a tap? Did he tap into Nuke or his own teammate? No! Go back, Chris. What am I doing? Oh, I thought I almost ended the race, you guys. I was freaking out a little bit. Okay, come on, Chris. Get back together. That beeping was freaking me out. Sharky sitting up front. Rusty Maggots in second. Kaizen is in third. What? I don't understand what happened there. Man, I was looking away because I thought my computer was shutting off, and I was trying to make sure I don't screw that up. And all of a sudden, everything's changed. Rusty Maggots is somehow all the way up into second. Kaizen and Nuke traded places. Did Kaizen run into Nuke? I don't know if that's what happened there, but it looked like Kaizen stopped to give somebody a spot back. So who was he giving it to? I don't know who he was giving it to. Oh man, I hate it when my ADD kicks in like that, and I'm trying to solve a problem and then I miss on something so pivotal. So if anybody saw what happened there, I would love for you to comment and let me know what did I miss and how did Rusty suddenly show up. I mean, there's a 5-second gap between him and Sharky, and he was a few seconds back. So it sounds to me like Kaizen and Nuke got kind of mixed it up a little bit. I just don't know the answer. I think we have some people in the pits. Is somebody in there? Yes, Blue Paladin is in the pits. Okay. Leader is coming down now into the final. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. He's not going to be pitting now. His tires look great. His fuel looks fine. Rusty Maggots will be pitting right now. I'm pretty sure of it. Yep, there he goes. Because he out of gas. He out of gas. Kaizen, he'll have one more lap and he'll have to pit. I didn't think Sharky pitted, but I guess Sharky did pit. Oh, I thought he drove right past pit entrance, so I missed that. Okay, so Nuke moves up into second. Both of these drivers are going to have to pit next time around. Mad Hatter, I don't know what he's going to do there, but he's getting around. Black Friday up into fourth. Sharky sitting in his pit box now. That's their livery for this race. It looks awesome. I like it. Rusty Maggots in. A lot less fuel in the car than what Sharky had. And Hovercraft coming into his pit box now. So we're seeing a lot of the drivers coming into their pits now. So it's all the way back to some of the leaders. I'm waiting for Hovercraft to get in here so we can see his livery. See? It doesn't take that long to drive down the road. Why? There we go. Get a little shot of the Sector 7 livery there. And filling up the car from the back, which I always think is cool with this car. Quan is going to stay out a little bit longer. Mobile Edge is probably going to... but they can't stay out too long because... now Vance has already done his pit stop, so he is out on track. He's already completed his pit, so he's out on the soft tire now. And so has Blue Paladin. So Kaizen is going to come down the hill, and he's going to get his last lap in here, and he's going to have to pit because he won't have any more gas. Nuke will be in this very same boat there. Mad Hatter will also. So I think all of them are going to pit, including Black Friday. HBR, I think, might be able to stay out another lap. But is it worth it on to lose one lap on the soft tires of everybody else? I don't know. So we'll see Cyclone Dan up into 6th. There's a lot happening here, so we're going to wait for all these drivers. Let me do this really quick. I'm going to run my camera all the way down the track. Here we go. Kaizen coming into the pit now. So the race leader moves into pit lane. Nuke is going to follow him right on in there. Mad Hatter says, I'm going to do just one more. I mean, why not? And then he's going to get one extra lap on those nice soft tires. Or one less lap on those nice soft tires. So we'll see if he can make that work. So Black Friday is going to go one more too, and somebody else right beside him. Who is that? Is that Cyclone Dan? Yeah, no, Cyclone Dan's behind him. Who is that on the track in front of Black Friday? What am I missing here? I want to say, is it Hovercraft? Oh, yeah, because he already pit. That makes the sense. That makes the sense, people. So Mad Hatter getting himself up there to get some nice clean air. Black Friday doing the same. There's some blue flags waving for some of the cars that have already pit because they are technically a lap down from these guys, right? So that's why they're seeing those blue flags. All right, so Nav is in there with his 49er tribute livery. 49ers are my home team from growing up. Kaizen in there in the new livery. There's the Tech Racing BVL livery, which I love that color scheme. Nuke and not Nuke, HPR, and then there's Nuke. So they're all getting gas. Rusty Maggots is going to be the first one out. Oh no, Sharky's already out. Sharky's headed up the hill, and Rusty Maggots is coming down pit lane now. But somebody else is coming out ahead. Here comes Kaizen and HPR. So HPR and Kaizen undercut, I should say, Rusty Maggots. There's Rusty right there, and his teammate, Mr. Nuke, comes out in ninth. Of course, all these people up front still have to pit. There goes Mad Hatter into the pits. Black Friday is going to pit right now, and Cyclone Dan is coming down, and he's going to pit right now because he's out of gas, and there's only 4 minutes left in the pit window. Quan is coming down the hill now. He still has to pit, and then Sharky will retake the race lead. In fact, Sharky's coming down the hill right now. Already purple, holding the fastest lap of a 2:13.439. Wait, something's wrong with my timing. Yeah, that was earlier in the race, and he's gonna blow the doors off that time with this. Let's see, Black Friday into the pits. There is BVL's Mad Hatter. Man, those liveries look dope. Cyclone Dan's also got his livery on. So I love how they take the same livery, just change up the base color. That's kind of what we do at RWB too, which is a lot of fun. All right, we're going to see Quan pull in. He'll be the last one who's going to go in, get some fuel, get some tires, and fix that car because it's a freaking mess. It is all smashed up on the front. Everything on it's broken. Sharky's coming down now under the Armor All Bridge. Come into the final corner, and he will retake the lead of the race. The other drivers, you can see Friday is filling up on gas right now. We still have 3 minutes left for them to all get their service work done and get out of there, and we'll see Sharky come across with a 2:11.5 for the fastest lap of the race thus far. Where's Kaizen? Here he is. He's a ways back. 22 seconds away is second place. So Sharky has, well, a lot of these guys took way more gas than they needed to. Oh my goodness, Kaizen and HPR took a massive amount of fuel compared to, well, no, I take that back. They did start, I got myself confused. The GT3 cars rerun at 70% fuel. I was like, why did these guys fill all the way up like that? All right, so Sharky, 22 seconds up the road, has definitely handled his business. Kaizen took some more fuel, which cost him time, a lot of time. There is HPR. Now, Kaizen, I think, was in some kind of an issue with Rusty Maggots and Nuke, but Rusty's sitting in 4th. Nuke sitting in 5th, and Mad Hatter is right behind him. There he is. All right, we've got a minute and a half. I don't think anybody else is still in the pits. Everyone's come out. No, Kwana's still in there. He's nearly full of gas, so he'll be coming out momentarily. And there goes the repairs on his car, and off he goes. Everybody has been to the pits. I think I'm just going to quickly flick through. Yep, everybody's been to the pits. So once the pit window closes, nobody can go in unless they want to fix their car. Sharky's got 21 seconds. He can just coast and just take it easy. He wants to get his fast lap time in, so he wants to burn off some fuel, get those tires right about optimal, and try to get some work done. Kaizen and HPR teammates, so it's LRC on the top 3 spots right now. Then Sector 7 has P4 and P5, but there's lights shining all over the back of that Sector 7 car from the BVL driver, Mad Hatter. JNav sits in 7th, so he's making his way up. Not too shabby. And Black Friday sits in 8th. And Tech Racing in 9th. Cyclone Dan has some company. He's got friends about. Ooh, these guys are fighting. Oop, wrong way with the camera, sorry. Cyclone Dan trying to keep Hovercraft back behind him. Doing a pretty good job of it so far, but he's got a couple of cars back there that kind of want to get in on this action. And now everyone's got the softy tires, the ones they love to race. Everyone loves to race them, soft tires. Check up here. This is where I want to look at. So Mad Hatter now fully ready to attack for P5. Revving that thing out, trying to catch. Sitting on his fastest lap time so far. Wow, he gained a bunch of time in that braking zone. You'll be happy to know that discussions have already begun on our next series for iRacing after the Ferrari Challenge is over, and the discussions have begun for running a World Cup also in iRacing with very similar setups, Group 3 and Group 4 racing. However, we'll be able to have all of the drivers on the track together at once, which will be awesome. So look forward to that, folks. That's all coming down the road. We are fully into both platforms now, and it's just going to get better. We've got some really great talent lined up. We've got some great racing lined up. So, yeah. GT Champions is going places. Going places. All right. So far, Nuke is holding back Mad Hatter, but Mad Hatter is not going to get anywhere unless he can get about a half second closer, or about 0.3 closer before coming out of forced elbow, so he can get a good run at him down Conrad. But he's just a little too far back to make it work just yet. Ooh, and he doesn't get a very good exit out of the corner. Yeah, he's not gaining much time there, but Nuke's doing all right. All right, I'm going to check up here at P2. Where is that? HPR's there. So, yeah, this is our closest battle here on the track, P5, that I can see. And Nuke is having a great race, running in the top 5 with these guys around. That's pretty good stuff. That is not something to be unhappy about at all, for sure. All right, quick rundown on the order here. Sharky is just kind of all by himself on the track. Headed up the hill right now. Sitting 18 seconds ahead of this guy, Kaizan. And Kaizan is 4.8 seconds up the road from HPR, which HPR being on the podium right now, well, in the podium places right now, is big. He was clear back in 10th. Before the stint was over, so he made up some time, definitely in the pits, not having to fix damage on the car, maybe not having to put as much fuel in the car. I did notice he was fuel saving a lot, and it's bought him a podium seat thus far. Well, Rusty might have something to say about it as we get a little closer to the end of the race, so we'll keep an eye on these guys and see how their progress is. Nuke still holding BVL back, running in 5th. BVL running in 6th. Lighting up the car in front so we can actually see it in the dark. I mean, there are lights on the track, just not enough. But hey, sometimes we have to run those night races so these guys can actually make tires last. It's an unfortunate side effect of the tire modeling for the game. And to make it competitive is what we do. 0.8 back, just not quite close enough to make anything happen. 5 seconds later is Nav, the only RWB driver up in the top lobby, and he is running pretty decent, running in 7th. There's always a chance to get a spot. I mean, look what happened in the first stint, right? In the very first stint, we saw all kinds of mayhem happen, so you never know what happens. Black Friday running in 8th. Tech Racing running in 9th as he comes down the hill past the pit straight, or the pit entrance. What am I talking about? Pit straight, dummy. Hovercraft now 13 seconds back from them is Hovercraft and Vance. These guys were leading up at the race. They were running in the top 5 at the beginning of the race, and then there was that big mishap that happened going up into turn 2, going up the hill. And these two have been fighting their way back into the top 10. And there goes Tech trying to get in there. Look, it's a drag race up the hill. This is for 10th place. Hovercraft is ahead. I can't tell what's happening here. Hovercraft is behind. He's going to let Vance go forward. Hold it together. That's very same corner is where there was all the drama earlier in the race. So we'll see if these guys can keep it together. So yes, Vance into the top 10. Hovercraft right there behind him, ready to take things on. He started second. Hovercraft started second in the race and lost all of that from that mess earlier in the race. Blue Paladin's running in 12th. Was having a much better race till he got the damage, which he has more of now. He has rear end damage and left rear wheel damage, so something happened with him. Cyclone Dan is running in 13th, not a great spot. Mobile Ledge running in 14th, and for some reason, Quan is going to... Quan, I forgot, Quan is also our RWB guy up here. He has front damage, rear damage, left rear wheel damage. So he's got a bunch of stuff to get fixed, and he was already near the back of the field, so it doesn't hurt to go, and that is blue flags for the leader coming by. So Quan, the first car a lap down after getting a couple damaging events during the race. Kaizen in P2 in turn 1, coming down to turn 1 now. HPR 4 seconds back, and only 2 seconds back there is Rusty Maggot. So it's anybody's race still. So we still have a lot of time left. 41 minutes. Anything can happen. All right, Nuke under attack. Mad Hatter still there, trying to figure out a way around him. You know what I should do? I can't. I have to leave to do that. I forget how to do the exposure. I think it's what it's called. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to try to change some stuff here, and we're going to bounce this up a little bit. I think that will do it. It's a little bit crazy, but we'll be able to see things a little bit better. So that's Sharky all by himself. There is Kaizen in P2. Here comes HPR in P3. Not far back. Let's get the timing board back up. There we go. HPR is only 3 seconds away from P2. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have some of that action. Revving that thing out. Rusty is trying to get up to HPR. I don't think I got enough. I mean, I cranked up the exposure, but it's only helping when the headlights are on somebody else. But yeah, this is a nifty little battle right here. Nuke holding off Mad Hatter all this time. That is a lot of pressure to have on you with 40 minutes left in the race to go. Can he hold it together? I'm going to just do a quick change so we can get some valid numbers there on the right. So these two, this is a battle for 5th, and I like it. And then right behind them is this battle with JNav and Black Friday for 6th. I mean, for 7th. Up the hill they go. JNav's just edging him out, but too wide into this corner is not a good plan, and JNav says, screw this, I'm going to let Black Friday have it. Oh, he almost lost control of the car there. So up the hill comes Black Friday in 7th. Nav is going to have to move back into 8th position. Tech Racing is about 3 seconds back from these guys. There's his headlights right there. You can see. There he is. So Tech Racing is up there. So Nav has got a 3-second gap over Tech Racing. So Tech Racing still has some work to do to get back up there. Vance is 14 seconds back. And he's got Hovercraft battling with him. So now we got a battle for 10th right here. This hill has definitely provided some opportunities to get some more close racing done. These guys have spent a lot of time around each other on the track tonight, all these different drivers, and the hill just it giveth and it taketh away. And what it's giving us now is several battles as drivers succumb to some of the challenges this track provides. And hadn't he checked it? Oh, look at that. Oh, like Common Minds there, Ando. I just happened to look at the broadcast and I see your comments about I increased the temperature. Did I increase it or decrease it? Maybe I did the wrong thing. It looks like I can see more of the cars, but I didn't want to make it too bright. Let's here, we could try it again. Let me see if I can get it a little bit brighter. Just take it all the way up a little bit and see what happens. It doesn't seem to give us a lot. It's enough though, I guess. It's enough. The headlights are making some work happen. Kaizen, 3 seconds up the road. Here comes HPR. So HPR sitting in the podium place is not bad, dude. Not bad at all. Sharky holding a 2:10.7 as the fastest lap. That is pretty freaking fast, especially in a GT4 car around the Group 4 car around the class around the course. 2.8 seconds back is Rusty, who now has a nice, comfortable 5-second gap over the over this little battle that these two are still having. The overexposure is making it look like astigmatism with all the headlights. I love it. Wow, look at this. This is fun. These two are duking it out. Oh, man, Mad Hatter keeps looking. Oh, that blew it. That ruined his exit. Yeah, the dashboard, everything's so bright now. I think I overdid it, but that's fine. At least we can still see kind of what's going on. So Nuke still leading Mad Hatter and really making Mad Hatter have to work for that 5th spot and trying to get it. And I love it. Black Friday has pulled away from JNav by about a second. That's nothing with the amount of time that's left in the race. So we got about 35 minutes, 34 minutes left in the race. So it's getting down to, can they make this last, these soft tires, all the way through the rest of this stint? We shall see. All right, quick rundown up front. Sharky is coming up on some more lap traffic here. I don't know who that is. I think it's Mobile Ledge is who... oh no, he's coming up on Quan. So Quan is about to go 2 laps down, I think, with the damage he had. Kaizen. Oh, wait a minute. No, no, that's not right. Because Sharky was like 20-something seconds. I think he's just catching the back. Something happened to Sharky because he's lost about like almost 15 seconds. He must have gone off the track somewhere because there's only 6 seconds between him and Kaizen now. Okay. So HPR, 10 seconds from the leader, sitting in 3rd. And look at that, Rusty Maggots is catching HPR. Okay, there's some stuff going on and I'm digging it. I want to see battles. We had in the Ferrari Challenge race earlier today in iRacing, the P1 and P2 were separated by about a wheel length. Like, it was side by side right to the start finish line, and it was awesome. It was such a good race. Something happened in our broadcast where I was hooting and hollering and I was watching it happen, but our audio somehow got delayed by almost 3 seconds by the end of the race, and so you'll hear us screaming and hollering after the cars had already gone over the finish line, which is weird. I'm not sure why that happened, but it did. So Rusty looking up the road and sees HPR. There's HPR right there going into turn 1, and right behind him is Rusty Maggots. And this battle is happening. Nuke has been holding off Mad Hatter for like ever, and he's still keeping him back there. What racing! This is so good. Mad Hatter just not able to get around Nuke. Nuke is not giving him the opportunities. This is such a great track. I mean, it is such a great track, and it challenges everybody when you race on it. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's got every kind of everything that you can expect. You got the slow speed corners, you've got high speed corners, you've got long straights, you've got sweeping off cambered corners, you've got cambered corners, you got walls to greet you if you make a single error. It's got so much good stuff in it. And the elevation changes are insane. Like, that's the fun part. And then this big long straight down the hill. Now this is where Mad Hatter might have something to work with. Look at how wide that car is. Oh, he's telling him to go left. Okay, so he goes this way. Yeah, Nuke was just parking it like right in the middle of the track. He's like, if you want to go around me, you're going to have to go to the left. And he even signaled. Oh, that was close. Mad Hatter's getting impatient, and Nuke is just like trying to. Yeah, he's giving him the signal to go around him. Like, he's like, go ahead, man. So up into P5 goes Mad Hatter. I think Nuke just wanted to have some patience. Or not have some patience. That's the wrong word. He wanted to relieve some of the pressure and maybe put some pressure on Mad Hatter. So Mad Hatter up into P5. Nuke in P6. Black Friday still leading Nav by 3/4 of a second. Tech Racing trying to catch both of those guys. Vance has gotten ahead of Hovercraft, and that battle for 10th. But is Hovercraft going to come back at him? I don't know. Blue Paladin going into the pits. He's got damage to the car. Not sure what happened to it. Cyclone Dan going to move up into the 12th position. Mobile Ledge is minute 56 behind the leader, so he's definitely a lap down. So is Quan. All right, so up front, Sharky still maintains a 6-second lead. It used to be 20-something, so definitely something happened. But he has no damage on the car, so that's good for him. Kaizan had almost 6 seconds on HPR at one point, and now that is down to 3.5 seconds. That is because actually HPR hasn't done as fast a laps as Kaizan if I'm looking at the timer on the right. A few more 2:13s for Kaizan. But Rusty Maggots is looking at that podium place. There he is right there, looking to see if he can get in there or not. 28 minutes to go. This is the stress time. This is where everything you've been working on all race has to come together. And if you haven't had any problems, you're praying and it doesn't happen now. Everyone's front right tires are showing signs of wear. Is this going to be the move? Yep, Rusty's going to go for it. But can he get in far enough ahead? HPR is going to make him... He's going to make him go to the outside. And he gets it done. So HPR keeps his spot on the podium for now. This is far from over. And then 6 seconds later, Mad Hatter and Nuke. So Mad Hatter's already pulled 2.5 seconds away from Nuke. So Nuke was definitely holding Mad Hatter up there, and now Mad Hatter, I don't know if 6 seconds is something he can clear off in 20-something seconds worth of 21 minutes worth of time. Maybe 10 laps left. He'd have to be doing, you know, a second a lap faster than Rusty to catch him. But still, that's one additional point for that 5th place. And now Black Friday is catching up to Nuke. This is Nuke getting a lot of pressure now. Black Friday is there in 7th, and there is Nav not far behind, just 1.6 seconds. There's a very real possibility that Mr. Nuke could lose a couple of spots to these guys. But that was a weird... What the heck happened to my camera? Dang it. All right, Nuke probably getting a little nervous. Mad Hatter's already 4 seconds away from him. Definitely making moves. Nuke is now under threat from Black Friday there in 7th. But one thing Nuke has that Friday doesn't is better tires. I'll tell you that. And JNav is not far away either, so there's still some racing to go here. People, all right, let me check up front really quick. Sharky's okay, Kaizan's okay. Kaizan's actually closed the gap by about 3/4 of a second. Rusty Maggots as HPR is on his bumper now. HPR, this is for 3rd. We're going to keep an eye on this really quick. This is for the podium places. HPR has caught Rusty Maggots, who is the championship points leader. HPR is currently running in... HPR is actually a Pro-Am driver. He's the highest placing Pro-Am driver right now. And he's sitting at... let me take a look here really quick. 450 points. So he's quite a ways back from these guys as far as points go. But... this is a solid performance. HPR is going to get a massive amount of points. Black Friday is 1 point behind him. So HPR is got, if he can get on the podium, is going to give himself a little bit of a buffer, because Black Friday, that's this driver right here. He is, but Friday is the other Pro-Am driver in this lobby that's battling with him. And it's a difference between 449 points for Black Friday and 450 points for HPR. So every position on this track counts. Black Friday needs to get around Nuke and get one more position point. And we have to see if he can get another one. Maybe he can get up to Mad Hatter. That's a tall order with this many minutes left in the race. But Tech Racing in the pits. What happened to Tech Racing? Damage all front, back, and the whole left side of his car. It's going to be way too far back for us to see what really happened there. But we're going to keep an eye on this. Nuke has now got Black Friday right on his bumper. Right in front of them is Mad Hatter, I think. Yeah, that's Mad Hatter 3 seconds up the road. So Black Friday does have a shot to get a couple of more spots if he can hold it together. His tires are looking, he's using up a lot of tire trying to catch up to these guys. But his battle is not with these guys. His battle is with HPR, who is in 4th. Yeah, he's 4th. And he was, wait a minute, I thought he was like a couple seconds from Rusty Maggot, so he must have done something. and gone off track. So it's only 6 seconds up the road. So HPR's hopes of a podium finish may have been dashed with whatever just happened to him. That's a cool view with the town and the moon in the clouds over there. That was awesome. So HPR has a 3-second gap to fill if he wants to get up there and give LRC a full podium of all 3 spots. But we'll see what he can do. Mad Hatter, he can see that HPR. He might be thinking he can get up to HPR. He's got similar tires situation. Nuke. Ooh, Nuke has... Wow, they are really fighting it. Black Friday is trying everything to get through there. And he's going for it right here. He's going to have to go late on the brakes. He's going to be really off the race line for this corner. Hold it together, park it on the apex, and keep that guy back there. And he does it. That's 1 more position point for Black Friday, as Senor Nuke moves back to 7th position. Was as high as 2nd place during the race today. And he says, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and make another move and see if I can get around you. Not in turn 2. You're not. Okay, real quick check up front. Nothing major with Sharky except he's down to 4 seconds now over Kaizan. Kaizan is only a 1.1 seconds over Rusty. Rusty has the tire advantage right now over Kaizan when I'm looking at their grip level. I see Rusty Maggots being able to get this position done. That blue flag is not for either of them. There's lap traffic up ahead of them. But here's Rusty Maggots now. And he is gaining a little bit of time. And in the slipstream, he's going to be really close. Yeah, Rusty Maggots is right nearby. He's got a little bit better grip. That right front tire is definitely in better shape than Kaizan's. Sharky's doing okay. Sharky's 4.8 seconds up the road. It was 6, but Sharky, I think, is just taking it easy, not stressing out. He's also got some lap traffic in front of him, which will likely get out of his way once he can get up to them. I think that is Quan from RWB. So, yeah, Sharky's going to try to follow him in the slipstream, kind of get what he can and then move around him. There he goes. Kaizan and Rusty, look at this. Okay, Rusty's going for it. Rusty's getting up into the podium places, and he steals the spot away from Kaizan. I'm not in the podium places, but into 2nd. So the championship points leader back up into 2nd place. He's been there before today, and he had to work his way back, and he's done that. And HPR now falls off the podium into 4th position. So we'll see what he can do with. I'm sorry. Kaizan falls down to the 3rd spot. My God, these LRC cars all look the same. I kept forgetting who I was looking at. All right, so Kaizan drops to 3rd. There's a 5-second gap to HPR. Another 2 seconds to Mad Hatter, and another 3 seconds to Black Friday, who has cleared Nuke by 1.5 seconds now. So Black Friday is only 2 position points behind HPR, which is his guy he's fighting with. But he's 4.5 seconds, almost 5 seconds behind him. So unless Black Friday can do something, which is going to be hard to do with his tire situation, still going to be some great points for both of these drivers, and it's going to keep that Pro-Am championship quite alive. LJ is 50 points behind these guys, and he's racing in Lobby 2 right now, I do believe. I'm going to double check that. Yes, he's racing in Lobby 2 right now. So their closest competition is down in a lobby down below. So this is their chance to gain some great points and give themselves some little breathing room. I mean, it's only round 8, right? So we only have 4. Oh my goodness, we only have 4 more rounds left to go. We're gonna be real quick check. We're gonna be at St. Croix A in 2 weeks in the Audi R8 Evo, and that, my friends, is gonna be a heck of a race. So keep an eye on that. Let's see. Black Friday started 14th and is running in 6th. Mad Hatter was running 13th and is running in 5th. These are the 2 biggest movers in the race. HPR started 10th and is sitting in 4th. But yeah, a lot of movement around on the track for these guys. It's good to see it, actually. All right, Rusty Maggots has already pulled out a 2-second gap over Kaizen and is now coming up on, I think that is RWB's Quan. That's running in 15th. Yes, that's him there. So he's got the leaders coming up on him. And Quan is very good about moving over for blue flags. Really hard to do on the hill, so he'll probably just lift and coast down and let all these guys by here coming down the hill. There's nobody he's chasing, so he'll just stay to the side, let these guys borrow a little slipstream, and then he's going to lay off the gas, which is, well, I would think he would. I don't see him doing it yet. And he's just going slow, letting him by. Yep, there he goes. He just lifted off and let him by. All right, so Sharky comes through under the Armor All Bridge, and he'll head into the final corner, and this will give him the end of lap 46 with 15 minutes left to go. Rusty Maggots moves in second, a few laps back, already 2.3 seconds over Kaizen. So Kaizen has got a good solid spot at getting and staying on the podium. HPR, however, this is not over. Mad Hatter is only a second back. This is for position 4, and Mad Hatter's and HPR's tire situation, fuel situation is remarkably similar. So I have a feeling we're going to see a really good battle here with HPR and Mad Hatter for the 4th spot. But look, not too far back, here's Mad Hatter, and then Black Friday, you're going to see his headlights come over the hill there. So I don't think Black Friday's going to catch these guys. His right front tire, she gone. And Nuke is probably going to capitalize on that at some point and get that 6th place back. We'll see. We shall see. How are you folks enjoying the broadcast so far? Hopefully you can share this out and so other people can find it. We've been having some really great viewership lately, and we're so close to our 900 subscriber or 1,000 subscribers. I think we're like 100 and maybe 115 away, which is awesome. That's one of our goals. Don't forget, coming up on Monday night is the Craftsman Trucks with BMRL. They're going to be at Sonoma Raceway, which is probably my favorite track on the whole planet. I just love that track. All right, Black Friday is in trouble. Nuke is right there. That front right tire is just gone. He can't get any grip. And Nuke, he's got all kinds of grip there still left on that tire. So down we go through Conrad. Can he make it work? Can he get all the way up there? We have 12 and a half minutes left, and there's a lot of racing left to do. All right, real quick. Sharky, only 2.8 seconds now over Rusty Maggots. Rusty is catching. I'm not sure if is that just pure pace. Sharky's been running 2:14s and 2:15s. Rusty's running 2:13s every lap. Rusty is definitely outpacing Sharky. Sharky did run a 2:10.7 for his fastest lap and still holds that fastest lap. But is there enough time for Rusty to get there? I don't know. Blue flag was being waved and the driver's getting out of the way. Good on you, boys. Kaizan sitting solidly in third. He just has to finish the race and hope he doesn't have any problems. HPR, though, Mad Hatter is still that 1 second gap. And that actually is closing because HPR here, 1.8 seconds up the road. There is Mad Hatter. Black Friday is closing. Oh, this is getting really good, you guys. We're going to see a barn burner here towards the end of this race, and I am excited for it. HBR now leading Mad Hatter by less than a second, just 3/4 of a second, trying to keep that spot. There's just over 10 minutes of the race left. That only translates into about 4 laps for these guys, maybe 5 depending on when they get across the line. No, there's about 5 laps left. I don't know, it depends on when they cross the line here, but look at this. HPR is about to lose a spot. He is keeping that inside line covered off. Mad Hatter is probably really trying to get around. Out to the outside, cut across. HPR is struggling right now to keep this car back behind him. Meanwhile, back there's another battle happening with these guys. So it's, who knows what's going to happen here. Something really wrong can happen between Mad Hatter and HPR, which could bring these guys into play. We have 4 people battling for P4, you guys, and this could happen by the end of the race. Now, the other cars you see there in front of those guys, those are not the leaders. That's somebody else. Kaizan is coming up into turn 1 right now, and here we go. Oh, stand by, folks. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, did I just come back at the interesting time? Oh, these guys are really getting spicy up here. Kaizan is 7 seconds ahead of these guys, but these guys are all right there. This is a 4-way battle for the 4th spot. This is what I like to see. Blue flag's waving for the cars up ahead, and they may play a factor in this as we are 8 minutes 45 seconds from the end of this race. And HPR has got real trouble. He has got a whole line of cars right behind him. There's Mad Hatter, Black Friday, and Nuke. They're all there. And all these 4 cars are all within about 2 seconds of each other. And coming out of Forest Elbow is going to be a madhouse. Let's get back here from Black Friday. Black Friday's trying to make a move around Mad Hatter, but Mad Hatter's got the slipstream. Ooh, they may all go flying past HPR. Look at them go. HPR just says, I'm done, guys. I'm done. And Nuke is going to sit back there and wait. But this battle up front of them is just about to get going. This is good stuff. Black Friday right now has, with his position, 1 ahead of HPR. This will tie him for the championship coming out of round 8. Now, neither one of them have the fastest lap in the race. That belongs to Sharky, and they're not going to get that one, not with their tires the way they are. But this will put both drivers dead even, HPR and Black Friday. So there's HPR. HPR just lost another spot to Nuke. That means Black Friday should, after this race is over, if he finishes where they are, will be 2 points. Or will be 1 point over HPR and the new Pro-Am champion, championship leader. Ooh, I almost said champion. I almost called it. I did not call it. But Black Friday being in 5th, now 2 spots ahead of HPR gives them a 1-point advantage in the championship. Holy mackerel, this is getting awesome. Hey, Lamb, good to see you, man. Sorry, you probably typed that forever ago, but I have been a little busy keeping track of all this. Mad Hatter is still, he's still ahead of Black Friday, but Black Friday is not done. Black Friday, I think, is trying to make this work. Wow, these right-handers are really rough. All these guys have really bad tires on the front right. The rest of the tires are fine. So Mad Hatter into 4th. Sharky still... Whoa, look at that! Rusty Maggots is catching Sharky with I didn't even see that coming. Sharky now under a threat from Rusty Maggots. And didn't see that coming. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So P3 is all alone. He's good. He just needs to survive. But Mad Hatter is leading a whole gaggle of guys right here. Half a second back is Black Friday, but up front, Sharky actually getting battled for the race lead with 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. We still have 3 laps left. This one and 2 more for the race leader. And did I count that right? Yeah. So he's got to try to keep Rusty Maggots, who's been on a charge, away. But can they make it through 2 more laps or 3 more laps? Let's see. There's it's 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Almost 5 minutes. 1, 2. Yeah, they might have. Rusty Maggots may have a problem with fuel situation, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, Mad Hatter still has Black Friday right behind him. Black Friday looks like he might actually go for it here. There's blue flags right in front of them. Stay right here and get him on Conrad. That's where you want to make the move. I think Rusty Maggots has realized that this fight is over if he's going to make the fuel last. So I think he's pulled away. He's good to go. Kaizen is definitely slowing down a lot. He's got fuel. He might have fuel problems too. That we might see Mad Hatter or Black Friday end up on the podium if Kaizen runs out of gas. All right, Black Friday, what are you going to do? He's going for it. He's like, screw this. Get me up there. Let's go. On the brakes. This is a hard left-hander when you have no tires in the front. Both of them with worn-out tires. Black Friday up into P4. What a move. He's broken away. He'll have 2-point championship point advantage over HPR thus far if it finishes the way that it's going. Sharky's good. He's got 3 seconds up the road. He's got the fuel. Rusty Maggots, well, I don't know if he's got the fuel actually, but Rusty Maggots, I don't know if he's got the fuel either. That time is ticking down, folks. Kaizen sitting pretty solid in 3rd. He's got to figure out, he's got some damage and he's got kind of low fuel. Fuel light's blinking for just about everybody right now. So these guys are going up the hill. They're going to all have 1 more lap to do after this. And I bet they're all freaking out because the timing is working out the way that it is. But Black Friday up into 4th is still leading Mad Hatter. Nuke has made his way up into 6th over HPR. The HPR is falling back. Nav is something's wrong with his car. Is something else driving it for him? It looked like his flashers are on. I think his either he left his flashers on or something's happened. Hopefully he didn't get disconnected. Vance has made his way into the top 10 a while back, but he's running in 9th now. Cyclone Dan running in 10th, right behind him. Hovercraft in 11th. Blue Paladin, that's not a pass for position, that's blue flag. In 12th, Quan is in 13th, Mobile Edge 14th, and Tech Racing is in the pits with engine damage. Oh, holy crap. So he's got front end, rear end damage, and engine damage. So he hit something, and he hit something really freaking hard. I don't know why it's not repairing him any quicker, but Sharky looking pretty good. Rusty Maggots 4 seconds back. And so it looks like the podium's kind of sorted itself out. Black Friday sitting in 4th, already 2 seconds over Mad Hatter. There's still one more lap these guys have to run. There's going to be 1 minute left on the clock when they come across the line. So they each have to do one more lap. Let's hope they have the fuel to do it. Some of these guys don't look like they're going to have the fuel to make it. And some of them do. It's going to be close. HPR in 7th. Potentially. Oh, that's lap traffic behind him. I thought somebody was passing him. Nav coming out now. We got 30 seconds left in the race. He's got a giant lead. In fact, as long as he can cross the finish line, he'll get 8th place. Vance isn't going to cross the line before the timer expires, and so 9th on back will be finished with this race when they come down. So Vance trying to keep Cyclone Dan behind him for this last part of the race. The timer is going to expire right now. So this will be for 9th and 10th. Let me just check on the leader to make sure we don't miss where he is. And coming across, that's going to be Vance is going to come across in 9th. And Cyclone Dan will come across in 10th. So there they go, 9th and 10th. Hovercraft is coming out now, and he will come out in 11th. The leader is now coming down down Conrad. He'll be the next to cross the line, and he will win this race unless he screws something up really, really bad. So don't make any mistakes. Don't make any mistakes. And Sharky, let's see, Rusty second and third. Black Friday still ahead. Mad Hatter, everyone's kind of straightened themselves out. But the leader now coming across the start-finish line. Sharky is going to take the win here in round 8 at Bathurst. Good job. Congratulations, buddy. Way to go. That is a great finish. That was a great race. P2, that belongs to Rusty Maggots, only 6 seconds back. Kaizan is going to come across with only, oh wait, it's not done yet. He's got 1.5 seconds. He's out of gas. Is he going to have enough to get across the line? He will. He'll have enough, but Black Friday's really thinking he's got a shot at this, but he doesn't. And Kaizan is going to come through and get that podium finish. Congratulations. Here comes Black Friday for 4th, and Mad Hatter into the 5th position. Nuke coming down for P6. Not bad, dude. Not bad. HPR is coming down the hill. That is lap traffic behind him, so he's got nothing to worry about, and that's going to give him a 7th place finish for the Malaysian. And JNav, who all he had to do was cross the line, which he did, and he will come home in P8. What a remarkable end to the race. It was a lot more excitement than I thought it was going to be. So JNav comes across, and he's going to get that 8th position. But Sharky, your race winner, folks, comes across the line. You can't even see him from here. What a shame. I think we're waiting on Tech Racing, who's still got engine damage. How is that not fixing itself? Did he not say to repair it? I don't know what's going on there, but we'll follow the race leader around the track, and we'll be back, folks, to get some interviews with these guys. So stay tuned. There we go. Sharky takes the win. Nice job. Wow. All right, hang on, folks. Got to do a little bit of housekeeping here because I'm also have my PlayStation logged into Lobby 3 so I can have that replay and try to do a rebroadcast of that race. So, Sharky takes the win. Fastest lap of a 2:10.752. That's insane. That's so fast. Rusty Maggots comes home in second. So the championship points leader gets massive points this time around. Kaizan in third. Friday in fourth. Mad Hatter in fifth. Nuke in sixth. HPR seventh, which is 2 places back or 3 places behind Friday, which should officially give Black Friday, unless there was some kind of a, stewarding thing, should give him the championship lead for the Pro-Am class. And JNav comes home in 8th. And then in 9th, we have Vance. We have Cyclone Dan comes home with the top 10. You got Hovercraft, Blue Paladin, Quan, Mobile Edge, and Tech Racing. So that is your championship race in Lobby 1, and that was pretty awesome. Okay, I'm just going to save my stuff, and I'm going to leave this up on the screen for a moment. Let me go find these guys and see if we can't get ourselves some interviews going. So stand by. All right,
Yeah,
I've got a
Sharky,
couple of the guys in
open.
here. We're just going to wait on the race leader, see if we can get the race leader to come join us. That was a spectacular race, you guys. That was pretty freaking fun, I got to tell you.
Talk about a war of attrition on home turf.
Yep. There was a lot happening in that race. I definitely know for 100% certainty that I'm gonna see some stewarding incident reports filed for a little something in turn 2 early on in the race. We'll deal with that later. The good news is that Kaizan, you came home on the podium, so congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, look, there is a bit of incident I'll have to call for, but I'll take a podium as it stands. So, but it was a very tough race. Like, it's very attritionary. Like, pretty much where you feel like you're gaining a lot on the mountain, but then you get guys that just gain you on the straights.
Yeah. Well, when you don't have damage on your car, you get to go a little faster than some other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I had a bit of worry when I got damage after the cutting, and I was shaking in my boots, but lucky the train and one of my other teammates got us over the line, and got a good result today on home turf, and top job for Rusty for that absolute comeback from him. Like, he was well down the order and a few mistakes, and he's just absolutely comes shooting past. And
he did a pretty good job. Speaking of that, any shout outs, Kaizan?
Oh, what shout outs? Massive shout out to my man Black Friday. Like, he'd been unwell the whole week, and he said he had done 0 practice. He's been sick all week. Well, no, he got sick just on the Friday, and he was like fingernail close to not racing, and he made it to the grid today and went from basically second last on the grid to 4th. And he's now pretty much taken the lead of the Pro-Am Championship. So, top job to Black Friday. And if it was a lot closer, he could have taken 3rd off me as well. And I would have happy to have done it as a captain. And, because it's all about the points at the end of the day, all about for the team. And
Yep. For sure.
I'm going to say there's going to be a lot of reports for this one, because Bathurst is just like that. It doesn't matter if it's in a game or in real life. even in supercars, you just see a lot of incidents and a lot of safety cars if we had them, So
Yep. Well, with that finish, 3 spots ahead of HPR, that's going to give him he needed to be, if he got in front of HPR, that would tie it. And then he gained 2 more spots, so he's got a 2-point lead in the championship for Pro-Am. So that's good for him. Rusty, though. Rusty, congratulations, man. Good job, dude.
Thanks.
Dude,
what I'm bad.
you really, really had to work at that one. Oh my gosh, man. There was all kinds of stuff going on in front of you and around you, but you made it work, man. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, I'm really happy and frustrated with that one. I'm really happy with the way I drove. I feel like I don't know if I could have drove much better tonight. Like that was my fast lap was the fastest lap I got all week, which is still nothing compared to Sharky, but hey, I'll take it. I really didn't make any big mistakes, but frustrating thing was lap 1, and I didn't get damage of my own doing, but lap 1, I forget the name of the corner. It's the one with the Falcon tires walls around it.
Oh,
and Tech Racing, he like spun out right in front of me on lap 1, and I hit the brakes as soon as I could, but there was like nothing I could do. I hit him, did not get damage from that, but then somebody else rear-ended me and had damage on lap 1 in the rear.
Oh, was that out of Forest Elbow, the last turn before heading down the hill?
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what happened to Tech. It almost looked like his car just got caught up on the wall and came to a dead stop. And I hit the brakes, still hit him. There was just nothing I could do, I'm right there behind him. He comes to a dead stop. I hit the brakes. Somebody else rear ends me, and I had rear splitter damage for the entire medium stint after that, which hurt a lot, and it also sent me to the back a little bit. But I was the damage wasn't too bad. It slowed me down a little bit, but I was still able to run some pretty good times. And then we're coming through the pack. There was some absolute shenanigans going on. Like
It was a lot of happening, yes.
I've never seen that in like a Division 1 race in GTC. Like, I'm not going to name the driver, but I'm expecting one of the largest penalties I've ever seen come out of GTC if people put their tickets in. There was some serious shenanigans going on.
There was something that I caught, and we watched it over a couple of times. If it doesn't get filed, I'm going to file it myself.
I was sitting there yelling to my teammates on the party chat, like, guys, we might have a disqualification this one. I'm seeing some crazy stuff.
Oh, no.
Like, it was wild, and I got caught up in that. I got caught up in like 2 or 3 incidents. Only the first one gave me damage. The other ones just slowed me down. And then from there, once I got into the soft tires, I knew I burned a ton of fuel. That was kind of my strategy, was to burn a ton of fuel. I think I probably could have like been closer to the front runners coming out of the pit had I not had that damage. But I think a lot of people had damage, to be fair. And I was just push. Eventually caught HPR, and Kaizan was able to get through. And I thought I was going to get Sharky, man. I thought I was going to beat him. I got right there, and I was like within a second with a few laps to go. But as soon as I caught him, my tire died. But the tire was gone, and it was not coming back. And that was it. I was second place. And so, but hey, I'll take it. That was a wild race. But
I'm gonna say to you, man. Second place to Sharky is a common occurrence when he's out racing in the track. I'm not trying to pump up his head or anything else like that, but I mean, he's just a fast dude. And you were catching him, and I was like, all right, let's go. And we'll hear from Sharky in a minute. He can explain how or why that happened. But congratulations,
he probably
again, man.
had damage too at some point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rusty, that comeback was unbelievable from you, especially hearing you had damage. I knew you were going to eventually catch me the minute you passed HPR. I was just hoping HPR to hold you up a little bit. But, like you've just been showing your class all season. You're just if I want to sum you up as a driver, like since I've raced you, Mr. Consistent.
Yep, he definitely is that.
You're a valuable asset to Sector 7, and and Nuke's done a great job recruiting yourself and Truth and Holdcraft. That you guys give us a really good run. And
let's move up to the man, and I got a couple things for Sharky. First of all, this.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man, he takes the win again, and that was not an easy run of it. Normally, we see Sharky kind of run away with it, but something happened in the race where Kaizan got around him, and then something happened elsewhere in the race where there was a 20-second gap down to a 5-second gap. So I wanted to hear about that. We didn't see it, but I'd love to hear about how your race went, Sharky. And again, congratulations, man. Good job.
Cheers, man. See, I can explain both of those. The reason why Kaizan and Nuke got around me was because I kept getting penalties at the dipper. So, at one point. So, I kept getting them. It's like, I had a 3-second lead. I get one, and then my lead's gone away, and then I get another one. Now I'm back to P3, and then I get back past them, and then I get another dipper penalty, and I'm like, oh, come on. And then the pit stops come, and I think I had about half a minute over Rusty, and I knew, yeah, it's a bit of both. I've saved more fuel, and he's fueled a bit more, because I came out with 90 litres just because I wanted to set a quick lap. I tried. I had about 2 cracks at it, and that was enough. And towards the end, I was just going gentle, saving the tyres. I thought Rusty's in my draft range, and and I wasn't worried at all because I had about 20% tyre left, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Let's just we'll wait till there's about 5 minutes to go, and then we'll just rev the shit out of the car, and yeah.
Well, dude, what was that?
Well done, buddy.
What was that fast lap time? A 2:10.7? Where did that come from, dude? Holy crap, that's fast.
Me and Greeny were riling each other up in the chat because he got a 2:11.1. I thought, nah, I'm not letting that stand. I'm going to get that lap. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll probably end up in lobby 2 for my lap. I was just worried about saving my tyres and putting the lap in. And look, I'm not much of a qualifying type of driver. I just try and race to survive and stay consistent. But unfortunately, it's going to cost me. I might possibly be in lobby 2 next round. But it is what it is. And the thing we have with our drivers all season that we've always got a guy stepping up. Like I can go again. I can go with 2 guys that are leading the Pro-Am Championship, both HPR and Black Friday. We weren't expecting him to do this well. We just had him for squad cover, but they have shown that they can be consistent. They can put the laps in. They put in the work, and look, especially HPR as well. He puts in the work, and and Black Friday with that absolute stunning drive under adverse conditions in the real world, and yeah, I couldn't be more prouder as myself and Sharky could not be prouder as team captains. So and we're in a good spot.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out, talking with me, and sharing your thoughts on the race. And again, congratulations, Sharky, another well-run race. And Rusty, good golly, man, that comeback was for real. And Kaizan, you stayed up near the front most of the race, so you got where you needed to be, and that was the important part. So congratulations to all of you guys. I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm gonna end our broadcast here. But again, congratulations to all of you, and we'll catch you guys later on.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, folks. Well, that's our interviews with the guys. What a race that was, man! It really was. It really was a barn burner there towards the end, wasn't it? But sure enough, Sharky, Rusty, and Kaizan end up on the podium. Great to have their racing about. We had a 2:10, a couple 4 2:11s, and some 2:12s for fast lap times. That should make it a very interesting and close lobby for next week when we go to why can't I think of it all of a sudden? You know what I can do is I'm really good at just hitting buttons, and that's where we're going to be. St. Croix A. I couldn't remember which one it was. We're going to be there in 2 weeks from tonight, And we'll likely see Sharky sitting at the top of the poll again. I don't know that I'm going to see a 210 anywhere in other lobbies, so we'll see how that goes for them. Wow, that was just so much fun, guys. I got a big shout out to our folks at High Pre for all the work they do, making everything look fantastic. Don't forget to check out the Ferrari challenge that we did just this morning. Was round 2 at Daytona, and it was frigging awesome. We had such a good time there, so make sure you guys come and check that out. You can go watch it. It's only an hour-long race, and it was a lot of fun while we were at it. Coming up Monday night, we've got the Craftsman Trucks at Sonoma for round 10 of the BMRL 8 trucks. So come check that out. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then next week is oops, where did my button go? There we go. Week 7 of the Gentleman's GP Challenge. So these are your cars out on St. Croix A Reverse. And these drivers are going to be racing some pretty iconic cars. And this is the stuff that is for next week, week 7. Details are at gtchampions.com/gents. Don't forget to share this out to all your people. Appreciate you all coming and watching. And don't forget that we have lots of other racing coming up. So we're going to get to it. Don't you folks worry about it. So we'll catch you next time about, and have a good one.